Deep in the Amazon basin, where rivers coil like living veins through the jungle, there exists a predator whose very presence shapes the behavior of everything around it. The air here is thick, not just with humidity, but with the heavy scent of life and death locked in endless balance. Cicadas scream in the canopy. Howler monkeys echo in the distance. But along the muddy banks of a slow-moving river, there is only silence. Beneath that surface, hidden among swaying weeds and drifting debris, lies a shadow the size of a nightmare. The green anaconda, Unex marinus, the undisputed titan of the serpent world. 20, maybe even 30 feet of rippling muscle. The weight of a small man in a single coil. Eyes positioned high on the head, allowing it to see without breaking the surface. Nostrils designed to breathe while the rest of its massive body remains completely submerged. It is a living paradox, both motionless and ready to explode. Days can pass without it moving more than a few inches. The river becomes its camouflage, its body blending perfectly with the dappled light of the jungle above. Here, patience is not just a virtue, it is a weapon sharper than teeth. Everything in its world is a potential target, from fish and birds to caimans, capybaras, and even the occasional jaguar that dares to drink too close. But the anaconda wastes nothing. It does not chase. It does not test its strength against the fast or the wary. It waits for the mistake. For a heron's foot to break the surface, for a capybara to step too deep, for a caiman to relax in the false safety of the shallows. And when that mistake comes, the jungle holds its breath. The strike is not just fast, it is overwhelming. The water erupts in an explosion of spray and scales as the anaconda's head whips forward, jaws unhinging to bite and hold. In less than a second, its coils wrap around the victim in a death sentence older than civilization itself. There is no venom here, no slow poisoning, only pure, unrelenting constriction. Every time the prey exhales, the snake tightens. Ribs bend inward, lungs collapse. The struggle is short, violent, and absolute. Then, silence. The river resumes its lazy flow as if nothing happened. The only sign of the kill is the slow, deliberate movement of the anaconda's body as it drags its meal into deeper water. There, unseen by the sun, the slow process of swallowing begins, a feat of patience and anatomy that can last for hours. In the Amazon, the anaconda is more than a predator. It is a legend whispered through generations, a force of nature as inevitable as the flood season. It is the shadow beneath the water, and it is always watching. The hunt of the river titan, the Amazon River glistens under the suffocating midday heat, its surface a mirror of the emerald canopy above. Insects skim across the water, dragonflies hover like living jewels, and in the shallows, a herd of capybaras wades in cautiously, their soft grunts echoing in the still air. The jungle appears calm, but calm here is an illusion. Beneath the surface, unseen, the anaconda waits. It has been here for hours. Muscles coiled, lungs barely moving, every sense focused on the vibrations in the water. A capybara steps forward, pushing into the deeper pool. The ripples travel through the murk, reaching the predator like a silent alarm. Eyes shift. The massive body stirs ever so slightly. This is the moment. The capybara lowers its head to drink. The anaconda explodes. The water detonates in a burst of foam and spray as the snake launches forward with terrifying speed. There is no warning, no second chance, just raw power. The anaconda's jaws clamp around the prey's neck, rows of backward-facing teeth locking into flesh like hooks. Before the capybara can scream, the coils are already wrapping, each one heavier and tighter than the last. Every heartbeat is a countdown. The victim thrashes wildly, kicking, twisting, sending waves, splashing into the jungle. Birds take flight in alarm. The rest of the herd bolts to the shore, but it's already too late for their kin. The anaconda's coils constrict with machine-like precision, crushing ribs, collapsing lungs, forcing the life out in silence. And then, stillness. The predator does not release its grip, even in death. It holds weights, ensuring that every last twitch has faded. Only then does it loosen the crushing embrace, its massive body relaxing into the water like a floating log. The jungle's hum returns, as if nothing had happened, as if this moment of violence was just another heartbeat in the eternal rhythm of predator and prey. Slowly, deliberately, the anaconda begins the next stage, feeding, its jaws unhinged, stretching impossibly wide. The head begins to swallow the capybara whole, muscles rippling in waves that pull the body inch by inch into the snake's gullet. It is a gruesome, methodical process, one that will last hours. But the anaconda is in no hurry. This kill will sustain it for weeks, maybe even months. Somewhere upriver, another herd will drink tomorrow. Somewhere in the tangled roots of another bank, another shadow will wait. The jungle is endless, and so is the patience of its greatest serpent. The Reign of the Jungle's Silent Killer, Extended Edition. The Amazon is not just a river, it is a labyrinth of life. A living, breathing world where every branch, every ripple, every shadow hides a story. It stretches for thousands of miles, an unbroken empire of tangled roots and deep channels. where time moves not in minutes, but in the slow rhythm of the rain and the flood. And in this ancient realm, there is a sovereign whose crown is made of silence, the green anaconda. It does not rule through fear in the way a lion roars or a crocodile thrashes. It rules through something far more powerful: inevitability. The anaconda's reign is invisible, written in the hesitation of every animal that approaches the water, in the sudden flight of birds when the surface breaks, in the whispers of the river people who speak its name only in caution. This serpent is not the fastest killer, nor the one that strikes most often. It is the one that never fails when it chooses to strike. Its power lies in its patience, in its ability to let hunger sharpen its instincts until the exact moment arrives. Weeks can pass between kills, months, even, and yet, the jungle never forgets its presence. For the caiman, there is an unspoken understanding. The still waters could be hiding a rival capable of matching its strength. For the jaguar, apex hunter of the land, there is a rare respect, and a rare risk. There are stories of jaguars ambushed mid-drink, dragged beneath the surface before their claws could find purchase. Even the largest prey learns that here, size and muscle mean little against the suffocating embrace of living steel. But the anaconda's power extends beyond the physical. It is a keystone of this ecosystem. By controlling populations of capybara, caiman, and other mid-level predators, it shapes the delicate balance of life along the riverbanks. Without the serpent's silent culling, the system would strain and break. Its hunting is not mindless slaughter. It is the rhythm of the Amazon itself. And then, there is the legend. Among the indigenous peoples, the anaconda is more than flesh and scale. It is Yacumama, the mother of waters. They say she was here before the rivers carved their paths, before the jungle grew its first trees. Some speak of serpents, thick as tree trunks, stretching 40, even 50 feet. Large enough to coil around canoes and drag them into the black water without a ripple. Elders warn that she is not merely an animal, but a guardian, a spirit that punishes those who disrespect the river. Science may argue over the size of such giants, but in the Amazon, belief and reality often blur. The jungle has a way of keeping its deepest secrets hidden, and when a shadow moves beneath the water, when a branch dips and sways, though there is no wind, no one dares to be certain. To see an anaconda in the wild is to witness the embodiment of the Amazon's law. Wait, watch, strike. It does not waste energy on displays. It has no need to roar or hiss. Its dominance is quiet, unchallenged, eternal. The river bends to it. The prey fears it. The jungle remembers it. And somewhere out there, in the dark veins of this endless rainforest, one is watching now. Unseen, unmoving, but ready. The water keeps her secret. The forest guards her throne. And when the moment comes, when the prey makes its fatal mistake, the jungle will hold its breath, and the river will rise. The anaconda will feed, and the legend will grow.